Howdy survivors, welcome back to another build tutorial in ARK Survival Ascended on Scorched Earth, exploring more of the Frontier Pack, more specifically the build options it gives us. This time we're looking at the platform cart. There is a little cart you can attach to certain dinos, and we're gonna make a little mobile home out of it so that you can take your home everywhere you want to go. And don't forget, if you like what you see, subscribe to my channel and like the video. Let's get building. Oh, very important, I use a couple of overlapping items in this build, so if you're trying to build this unofficial, probably this design won't work. Okay, so this build is fairly simple, considering, of course, the size of what we have to work with. All you need is a dino that can have the cart behind it. Okay, so the first step we're gonna do is extend the platform. I'm using Adobe today just because of the heat, but of course you can use any material because we're gonna turn it into the Frontier skin anyway. Then right here, we're gonna make sure it faces the right way and place down a double door opening. We're gonna do the same thing here on the back so that we have two of these facing the end and the front of the cart. We're gonna add in some windows. You can decide whether you want to have them both at the back or maybe one over here and one over there. I think for my design I did them in the same place, but it doesn't really matter too much. It's just whatever you like the most, of course. And then for the rest, we'll just have blank walls like this. And of course, I always like to update the skins so that we can see what we're actually working with. So right now, we should have something that looks a little bit like this. Nice and simple, but very effective. Then we're going to take out our quarter ceilings again and connect the beginning and the end of the cart. And we're going to place a quarter wall on top of that as well. Let's change all these skins again. And then we want to attach the roof to it. So first we want to get the snap point at the end so that it has an overlap to the outside. On this side, however, we're going to first do these snap points. So you can only do this if you're not on official settings, because you need to be able to overlap these because we need the extra snapping points. And this is what you want to do for the middle part here as well on the other side. And you'll see in a little bit why we need these extra snapping points. That because we want to have some supports here with the fences going underneath. And now it is a little bit buggy, but now we can have one on that height as well, which is where we want to add it. We'll first add some in the middle. Now you can decide how many of these supports you actually want to use, but I think they make it look a little bit better because otherwise it just looks very unsupported. So we can actually add them here to the middle as well. Same here in the middle so that we have the beam going all the way through. And then the hardest one is the one where we have the double snap point. If you're lucky, you get it like that. It stops blinking all over the place. And then we should be able to just line it up with the one we have on the other side. And this is why we needed the extra snap point, so that it leans on the edge of our actual building. But we still have the overlap going to the other side. So now once again, we're going to try and place it in the right spot. It might be very blinky. I don't know why it keeps doing that. So you might just have to be lucky by placing it down like so. But you can see it all connects up very nicely. Now if you want, you can actually also place some beams over here to fill in these supports. They will clip through the roof a little bit. But yeah, at least it makes it feel like the cart is actually connected to your original design. Now then you're going to take out the Frontier skin, of course, and we're going to add those everywhere. And now you can see with the Frontier skin, they do overlap a little bit more. So you can decide for yourself whether you like that or not. It has both advantages and disadvantages, I suppose. But yeah, this is a very simple design to get a little mobile home that you can bring with you everywhere. Okay, then a couple more things to do, of course. First of all, you probably want to add in your windows to the end and update those textures as well, so that you can have your nice windows opened. And then we want to do some of the decorations. So what I like to do is at least have a forge here on the corner. Probably want to take out the alignment mode so that we can really just freely place it down. And we can rotate it like this. So we have a little forge over there. Then we can place the smithy next to it as well. So you can craft and smelt on the go, which is always convenient, of course. Then we probably also want to have some storage. We want to make sure that we place them fairly back into the wall, because otherwise we won't be able to fit in between them. So you want to have the free placement so you can really place it exactly where you want. And then, of course, always test if you can still walk in between them, because that is kind of nice. And then we want to have a bed here at the end so that we also have our respawn point inside of our little mobile home. So you can see a nice and cozy interior over here. And then what I like to do to finish the look of this little wagon on wheels is to add in these chairs on the front. Now, it would be really cool if you could actually drive your wagon from one of these. You know, being able to actually sit back from your horse or your dino, but you can't. But still, you could take some extra passengers that are sitting on these chairs whilst you're traveling. And with that, you have your nice little simple mobile home on wheels. And yeah, it's quite easy to build. It's not too expensive and very convenient to get some stuff, travel with them, craft with them, and just have a grand old adventure here on Scorched Earth. And that's it for this little build tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and please leave suggestions for other builds you would like to see down in the comments below. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.